What is happening, guys? It's VenomousFatman here, the epic one. I'm here on the BITT, the boys in the tube. I'm sitting down and talking to Nick McCandless from thegameraccess.com, Mick McFresh. We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. We literally got into the beginning, his origins in gaming. We talked about thegameraccess.com, the philosophies and ideologies behind it. Talked about craziness, about success, about failure, all kinds of stuff. It's been one epic thing after another. So, we're going to get into everybody's favorite subject. We're going to talk games. So, Nick, with everything that's been going on in the game industry up to this point right now, what is it that you're loving about the industry? What is it that's bugging you? What is it about this industry that, comes to mind?
What I'm really liking about this gaming industry right now is it progressively gets bigger and bigger every single year. I'm not the biggest fan of Call of Duty, for example, but to see Call of Duty breaking entertainment records, not just gaming, but entertainment records, is something that every gamer should be proud of. Even if you hate the Call of Duty franchise, it should be something you're proud of, that an actual game is outperforming some of the large budget films out there. I love movies, but I also have a passion for gaming. And to see gaming progressively get bigger and bigger and bigger is always a great thing to see. So definitely, obviously, like E3, all of these events, seeing the success they're bringing in, like PAX Prime, for example, that's in Seattle, they sold out of their passes already. Their 3-day passes sold out in like less than 6 hours.
Wow,
And
that's
all
so fast.
their passes already gone too. So they just went on sale and they're completely gone already. So that's insane. So just to see the gaming industry progressively get bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm loving every moment of it. What I don't like about the gaming industry is people or companies that are trying to milk their franchises per se. I feel that there isn't enough creativity nowadays within the gaming industry. A lot of companies are just doing the same thing over and over and over again to get their quick check. Like Call of Duty, for example. I hate to bring Call of Duty up all the time, but Call of Duty, you don't need a new Call of Duty every single year. I'd rather them. I understand you have two different developers working on it, so they really got 2 years. But at the same time, I would rather them work together, come out with a Call of Duty every 2 years, and make it much better. But why are they not going to do that? Oh, it's Call of Duty, so we're going to sell at least another 10 million copies. They're going to make bank. And then you got Bobby Kotick, can't stand that guy.
Yeah, before we go any further, because I know you're not the only person that's got, I guess a thing against Bobby Kotick or just dislikes about what goes on. But what is it specifically that you don't like about Bobby Kotick? Like, what is it that kind of irks you so much about it?
What I don't like about Bobby Kotick is the fact that I understand you're a CEO. You've got to be focused on the money you're bringing in. But the guy has no respect for the gaming industry. He's come out and said that, well, we're coming out with Call of Duty because we're getting all this money from the customers. Even if you feel that way, you don't publicly come out about that. You still you need to appreciate your customers, and he doesn't. He doesn't care if people hate the game. All he cares about is that he gets his big fat bonus and he's going to be chilling in Hawaii or something like that. While some people are living paycheck to paycheck and they're saving dollars out of each paycheck just to buy the next Call of Duty game. He doesn't care. All he cares about is getting that money. And I understand, like I said, I understand as a CEO, but not everyone's like that. You got all these CEOs with these companies that they at least put on that persona that they actually care about their customers and they care what's going on. For example, during E3 last year, the E3 2011 press conference, Jack Tretton, he hit the stage. First thing he talked about, it was like a 10-minute apology for the PlayStation Network being shut down for a month because of a hacking situation. Bobby Kotick, if the Call of Duty servers were shut down for a month, I bet you anything he would not come out and say a word about it because, well, I've already got the money, so why do I care? That's the type of person Bobby Kotick is, and I cannot stand him. And I really struggle to support someone like that. I would not. I can't. Like, even if I was at the point where I was at the level of like Jeff Keighley in publicity, like, unless I was absolutely required to in order to keep my job, it would be somewhere I'd want to refuse to interview him or give him any publicity at all, just because I cannot respect him for what he does. So
Hmm. That's pretty crazy. I've always wondered about that because, besides yourself, a couple other people have always kind of like made it vocally out there that, they couldn't stand, either Call of Duty or because of Bobby Kotick like that. But moving on from there, you mentioned E3 a couple times. We got E3 literally weeks from now. It's pre E3 time. It's about to go down, people. So pretty much, what are you excited about for E3 this year? What is it that you want to see? What is it that's kind of, really gonna kind of, really hit that nerve once you actually go to down to E3 and check out what they got to offer?
It's simple. God of War Ascension. I huge God of War fan. I have a Kratos mask. I have a God of War skate deck signed by Stig Asmussen. Like, I'm a God of War fanatic. And to know that within weeks, I will be in LA being able to play God of War and being able to interview the team behind it, I am stoked. I'm also excited to check out PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. Yes, it's exactly like Super Smash Bros. Just with PlayStation characters, but I'm interested in giving it a chance to kind of see how the game works, how well it plays. So I'm definitely excited to see that at E3. Also, Halo 4. Cannot wait to check out Halo 4. I've heard various things from people on how impressive the game is. So definitely looking forward to seeing that. I want to see how Sony progresses with the PlayStation Vita. A lot of people are like, well, why did Sony announce God of War Ascension before E3? And I agree there. God of War Ascension is something that they could have ended the conference off with. God of War. And they just randomly announced it a month and a half ahead of time. So I really think because of that, they're going to really have a strong focus on the PlayStation Vita, which they need to, because the PlayStation Vita is a great device. They had a great launch, but publicity for it's kind of died down. You don't see the marketing that you're supposed to with the PlayStation Vita, and the sales have been poor lately. So Sony's really got to hit it hard, especially with the investment they've made with the PlayStation Vita. They've got to hit it hard at this E3 why gamers need to buy a PlayStation Vita. So definitely looking forward to that. And there's just going to be so many great games. The Last of Us from Naughty Dog, like, I'm stoked for that. So there's going to be so many great games there. And just in general, going to E3 is just, it's a gamer's heaven. Just, you're getting to see all these games early, be able to go to these press conferences, hang out with people that are running other community websites. Like, I love meeting up with people like Torrance Davis, Hip Hop Gamer. Look forward to meeting you. It's just one of those things where you've only talked to these people over Skype, email. To finally meet them in person, it hits you, and it's like, this is why I bust my ass every day on this website, is for moments like this. So I absolutely cannot wait. It's literally like a month away, a month from
It's
now.
right around the corner, literally. But let me ask you this one then, to kind of get, I guess, do a little bit of E3 predictions. Who do you think is going to have like the strongest presence this year at E3? A lot of people saying last year it was Nintendo with the whole Wii U stuff, and Nintendo's coming out with some Wii U stuff this year as well. But then you got Microsoft and Sony that are, creeping up and bringing some big, heavy hitting stuff. So who do you think is going to really come out on top this year?
I am tempted to say Sony just because God, the fact that they announced God of War before E3 tells me that they have to have something huge there as well. I mean, there has to be something. The fact that you would announce one of your most successful franchises just out of the blue and then announce another game, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, a game that PlayStation fans have been demanding since the PS2. And once again, you announce it on Game Trailers TV, it was a big present,
Yep.
but at the same time, it's like, okay, E3 is only a month away. Why didn't you just wait? So PlayStation Vita, I plan to see Sony really hit it home with the PlayStation Vita and really hit it home with the PlayStation 3. I don't expect any announcements as far as next generation consoles. Obviously, they said they're gonna reintroduce the Wii U. So that's gonna be exciting. Nintendo has a great chance to take it home, just like Microsoft does. The one thing that Microsoft really needs to do is explain what's going to keep the Xbox 360 going, because I'm a huge fan. I love my Xbox 360, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you've got Halo 4 coming out. You're probably going to have exclusive DLC for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but what else are you going to offer gamers? So I really feel like Microsoft, I'm sure they have something cooking. I mean, Microsoft is one of the best companies as far as keeping things quiet. Sony, on the other hand, is one of the worst companies as far and Nintendo's really good at keeping things secret as well. So I really think PlayStation, just because of the fact that what they've already announced, and I understand that even last year they've had a lot of announcements before the press conference, but the fact God of War and PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, that they have to have something.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting E3. I mean, you're going to be down there, you're going to be checking out all this stuff. You know, everybody's going to be going crazy. A lot of people are going to be checking out on television. It's going to be a very interesting time because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be going to E3 this year expecting some answers. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I cannot wait. This is I have a feeling that this E3 is going to destroy last year's. Last year's was great, don't get me wrong. But this year, there's just so many questions to be answered. There's so many games that are going to be shown. It's going to be crazy. This E3 is going to be one to remember.
That's cool. So anyway, we're coming up on the end of this interview, guys. So Nick, if there's any last minute stuff that you want to say, to the fans, to the people in the industry, or anything that you want to say to anybody else before we wrap up.
Pretty much, I just want to give a huge thanks to pretty much everyone in this industry, even if you're a small gaming website, taking the time to, even though you aren't getting paid for it, progress this gaming industry, being a part of it, and also for the fans and those that support all of what we're doing. We wouldn't be able to do these things if it weren't for people constantly supporting our work, coming to our websites, providing traffic, and supporting what we do, because that's what inspires. I'm sure it's the same thing with you guys. Inspires us to do what we do, and inspire us to maybe lose a couple hours of sleep this day, or not give up some of your free time to do this because you want to impress your fans. You want to make them proud of what you do. And then also a huge shout out to all the haters out there, because I love haters as well, because they're one of my top inspirations, because nothing makes me happier than someone telling me I can't do something or not achieve something and then being able to do it and then shutting them up pretty much. I mean, I love that moment, because I have people tell me all the time, "Yeah, Nick, you're never gonna make it to E3," and I had the chance to make it to E3 before I was even able to, because of how young I was. And I'm like, I mean, I never heard back from them, and that's something that usually happens. And I mean, I've actually had a couple of haters come back like a year or two later and say, "Hey, man, I apologize. I was ignorant at the time, but I really support what you do, and I apologize for what I did." So just stuff like that, inspirations, to keep us moving in this industry. And it's really the best industry to be in, to be honest with you. I'm not just saying that. It truly is. Going to these events, talking to the people, meeting the people, there's no other industry I'd rather be in.
All right, cool. So there you guys have it. That's been the interview with Nick McCandless. Again, thanks a lot, Nick. Well, again, it was really a pleasure. It was a lot of fun. Talked a whole bunch of cool stuff. So you guys could catch Nick on Twitter. Am I correct? You're on
Yeah,
Twitter at Nick McCandless. Oh, I mean, at the Gamer Access. It says Nick McCandless on there, and you can't miss it. You could also be sure to check out thegameraccess.com for all the latest of what they got there on games. You also are on Facebook, correct? It's just Nick McCandless.
it's facebook.com/official Nick McCandless. It's recently I had a regular Facebook account. Now it's turned into a fan page, because there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. But yeah, you can check out all the work that I'm doing on there as well.
That's pretty cool. So anyway, again, thanks again. It was a pleasure. There you go, guys. This has been the Bit, the boys in the tube, and from both Nick and myself, we will see you guys again soon. So peace out. Stay epic, everybody.
Peace out.